Welcome into another edition of your Hog Hoops Report. As always, Courtney Mims alongside Kevin McPherson there. And we love having this guy on the show every time we have him. You guys love him. It's former Hog Jordan Walsh. And Jordan, I got to start off by asking what's on everybody's mind. Has it worn off yet that you're an NBA champion in your rookie season? How does that feel?
It feels amazing, and it has not worn off yet. I don't think it will anytime soon. But it's an amazing feeling. It's a pretty good way to start off your NBA career, I think. So it's been amazing. The guys, to be able to celebrate that with the guys has been awesome.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty good to win an NBA championship in your rookie season. I looked at my TV after you guys won it and I was watching the trophy presentation. I said, wait a second. I know who that guy is standing next to Adam Silver. Yeah, you were right next to him for the whole thing. What was that like being in the middle of that celebration?
It was a little bit better than pretty good. It was amazing, for sure. Just being up there with the guys, people you worked hard with all season, to get there, to finally achieve it and be able to celebrate with them is obviously amazing. But to be there with Adam Silver, to watch him hand us the trophy and, watch them pass it back and everybody gets a chance to touch it, it's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing experience for sure.
Now, you guys got to go up against the Dallas Mavericks in the NBA Finals. So I have to ask, did you get to talk to former Hog Daniel Gafford at all? Did you interact with him at all during the finals?
I didn't really get a chance to, unfortunately. After the game, after a lot of the games, everybody kind of went their separate ways. Like we didn't really interact with the other team much. And then after the last game, it was kind of like I was kind of like walking around the court looking for people to talk to. And it was too many people rushing the court. I didn't have time to find them and get a chance to talk to him. But I got to see him play. So I guess it's kind of enough.
You have had a wild rookie season. I know a lot of people know about the NBA championship part, but maybe not a lot of people know that you actually had a chance to compete in the GLeague Finals with Boston's G League team in the main Celtics. You guys got to that championship series, fell a little short, but what was it like getting to compete in those?
It was pretty amazing as well. Being in the playoffs of a professional basketball league is always going to be awesome. Unfortunately, we weren't able to, close it out. But to be there with those guys who, have never been there before, didn't know what it was like to play in the playoffs, even in a G League thing, in the G League environment. To have them there and have us all experience that together for the first time was pretty cool. Just a bunch of people who have never met each other, to come together and try to achieve something awesome like that is amazing. Although we did come up a little short, it was a great experience and it added value to everybody on our team for sure.
How do you feel like you have grown throughout your rookie season in the NBA?
I would say the biggest thing is just just knowing how to act and respect others and respect yourself. As you're in the business place. Just being on time, just talking to people the right way. Not saying certain like that. Shows everybody like you're really focused. You're really paying attention to not just the basketball stuff, but also the off the court stuff when it comes to like I said before, treating people and stuff like that.
I know Kevin has some great questions as well, so I'll turn it over to you now, Kevin.
Oh, thanks, Courtney. Jordan, welcome in. I enjoy this every time, especially as you continue to grow your growth as a player and person. And when going through the playoffs, being on the active 15-man roster, getting to play against Cleveland, actually playing in the finals. What were the valuable lessons in not only watching guys that uh, competing for that trophy, but being a part of that? What takeaways do you get, and what kind of value did you get from that?
I would say I learned a lot, not just in the playoff run, but definitely some added things in the playoffs. One being, every possession matters even that much in the playoffs. Um, Obviously, if you reach another level, the refs reach another level, the coaches reach another level, everybody's kind of become a better version of themselves to be able for us to succeed in the playoffs. So just honing in on the details of things. Your guarding assignment or the scouting report, or whether you're sleeping more or eating more. There's so many little things that go into winning a basketball game that is heightened whenever you're, in the playoffs, especially in the finals. Guys are more locked in than ever. Guys like JT and JB had so much to prove. They had the world on their shoulders. So for them to go out there and be able to produce the way that they did, to get us over that hump is amazing. It definitely speaks to like the preparation of not just the team but the organization.
Well, and Courtney talked about your not only winning a championship and helping the main Celtics get to that title series in the G League, but let's go through your resume because I don't know if your teammates appreciate the fact that Jordan Walsh just might have the Midas touch. Geico National Championship game at Lincoln your senior season of high school. Sweet 16 as a Razorback. And then what you've done in your first year as a rookie being part of 2 title runs basically. Have you thought about the fact that it seems like whatever roster you're on lately, good things happen? And do your teammates and people around you recognize that and go, man, we need this guy?
Yeah, I hope they think about that. I hope that's how I think about it. I would like to think good luck charm. That'd be pretty nice. Uh, I've won in a lot of places, for sure. And this is the biggest stage to win at. So I'm glad I could be a part of it. But yeah, I hope I am that good luck charm we needed.
Looking back at this last year, that was a historic NBA draft for the Arkansas Razorbacks perspective. Having 3 draft picks, that had only happened one other time back in 1992, decades ago, before you knew any of us and before we knew you. But also, after a year to reflect and seeing in a rookie season, seeing some of your teammates, some of the stuff they're doing on the court, Anthony Black, Nick Smith Jr., Ricky Council IV, who didn't get drafted, but ended up getting a good two-way deal and now on a 4-year deal of his own. Have you stayed in touch with those guys? Were you able to follow some of the stuff they were doing? And I know you competed some against them as well.
Absolutely. Just the other day I was watching, clips from Charlotte's practice because they got a new head coach, which was one of our coaches at Boston. So I was watching, some of their practice clips and saw a couple of our coaches. Saw like Nick working out. He was like mic'd up or something like that. So just listening to him talk, texting them throughout the season, checking up on them. Pretty sure I'll see some of them in Vegas. We'll hang out and chop it up, get food or whatever. But yeah, I've been tracking their progress. Whenever they hit a big milestone in their career, I try to reach out and congratulate them like they did me. But yeah, we try to stay in contact as much as possible. We're still guys who before college, so we're still going to try and keep up and keep that friendship after college and hopefully after NBA too.
All right, so just kind of looking ahead now because the Summer League, you're about to travel to take part in that. Already some games going on with the California Classic and the Salt Lake City Summer League. We know Vegas is where everybody comes together. What are your goals? What happens for Jordan Walsh? Because you had a great Summer League run last year. This is your second one. You're going to see some of these guys, former teammates at college we talked about, but plenty other up-and-coming players. Does the Summer League mean for you in terms of helping yourself?
I would just say the biggest thing is just being better than I was last year. Showing that growth over a year, I feel like it's important. Going to win is the most important thing. But so the emphasis is always winning. Everything we do impacts winning. So that's definitely the focus. To be able to meet some of these new guys and practice and stuff like that is building a new relationship with everybody, new friendships that are being built. But the biggest thing is to get that experience to become a better player than I was last summer league. I feel like that would show how much invested in me and how much I've invested in myself when it comes to being in the gym and working out. But those are the 2 biggest things for sure.
So I got another one for you here because I'm always interested about a new part of a player's journey. And this last year, if you had to pick maybe one of your favorite moments on the court or maybe something off the court in addition to that, but just a couple of things maybe that stood out as something you really liked and maybe was kind of an eye opener for you.
One of our biggest moments, I mean, we have a whole bunch from just the playoffs alone and even before. But, in the playoffs, one of my was Drew Hall. We were playing Indiana, and Drew Holiday was guarding in transition against Nimhard, and he kind of gets shook a little bit and kind of falls a little bit, and then gets up and gets to win us the game. And I feel like that right there kind of like speaks towards like the whole culture of Boston and the mindset of each player. You're stumbling, you're falling down, but then you get up and make the biggest play of the playoff run that there's been thus far. So, and it shows that his mentality is just to never quit. Do whatever it takes to win, and that's the biggest thing. Drew's a winner, so that's just the biggest thing I think I took away. It's something I'm trying to add, to myself. A lot of things from his game, a lot of things from his mentality. But there's a lot of great players I'm surrounded by, and there's always a bunch of, great moments that happen, every day, every game. But that's the one that stood out to me.
No, those are all great answers. I appreciate your time. As we continue to do these, I learn a lot because everybody wants to be a player, but there's only 450 of them that play on the biggest stage, and you're one of them. So I enjoy the back and forth and what you share with us. I appreciate it, Jordan.
Look, Jordan, I want to ask you if it's okay. I mean, the big talk of Arkansas this entire offseason has been Coach Cal and this team. And what do you think about that? I mean, I don't know if anybody's asked you what you think about the coaching change here at Arkansas, but how cool is it that the Razorbacks have Coach Cal leading their program now?
I think it's amazing for Arkansas. I think everybody's really excited. Still waiting for him to reach out to me, say what's up or something. But before I can, come back to a game, I think everybody's really excited. Obviously, my coach was Coach Muss. Did a great job. He's moved on, but I think everybody is really excited about Coach Cal. I feel like his track record speaks for itself. He's a winning coach who loves to win and will do whatever it takes to win, and has the I guess past to prove it. So everybody's excited. Everybody's, wants to play for a legendary coach like that. So we'll see how the year unfolds. But I'll be tuned in and I'll be watching for sure.
Jordan, I know last time we had you on the show, you talked about who you were most excited to play with in the Celtics organization. I wonder if that answer has changed for you now that you've gone through your rookie season. Has it been what you thought it would be, or is there somebody else that you were like, wow, I didn't realize it would be so much fun to play with them?
Man, it's kind of developed in that to everybody, to be honest. Everybody is such a good person. It's nobody in the organization or on the team that people don't like to be around. Everybody is somebody you want to be around. You love to be around. You love to talk to. You love to sit and eat with. So, but everybody's a great person. But if I could say, playing with, I probably played the most with like Peyton. In games, I want to play with Drew Holiday, of course, more. So I feel like there's just so much stuff that I can take from his game that can apply to mine. But those two are probably the biggest guys. Either wanting me to play with more or have played with and enjoy playing with.
And then I'll say this really quickly before I ask Kevin for any follow-ups. But you talk about your goals for the summer and what you hope to do. I mean, is there an aspect of your game that you kind of think, hey, I want to improve on this specific thing, or is it really all around for you? I'm just curious to know what you think on that.
I have a lot of weaknesses in my game, so I'm trying to iron those out, smooth those out. But the biggest focus for summer league would obviously be just to play within myself and not try to get too much into my weaknesses, because some people say you should want to hide those. And so I guess that's kind of what but I'm also still going to embrace the challenge. But I mean, I just want to get better, with everything, because if I can get better in every place, hopefully I'll have a chance to impact winning further this year with the Celtics.
Perfect. Kevin, do you have any follow-ups for Jordan here?
I actually do. And Jordan, we appreciate the time you're giving us. You talked about Drew Holiday. He's always been known as an elite defender. You've got no shortage of really, really strong defenders on a team that really dominated the Eastern Conference and then dominated through the playoffs. But you're known for your defense. Are any of these veteran guys, when they have to face you in practice, I mean, obviously they respect you as a pro, but also as a first-year guy, did you get under any of them's skin with your ability to defend and maybe it wasn't as easy as they thought it was going to be going against you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure whoever I was guarding was a little more uncomfortable than usual. One of my first practices, I had to guard JT the whole practice, and it wasn't no cakewalk for him. I can tell you that for sure. Um, but yeah, I try to challenge as best as I can. Um, of course, sometimes it's me guarding them, or sometimes it's them guarding me. Whatever it is, I'm attacking them, with the head of steam, trying to prove myself still. But yeah, I definitely gave everybody a run for their money for sure.
And I'm going to wrap it up with this. Obviously, you talked about the new regime in Arkansas, and we know who you played for there. But when you look at the pro level now and the coaching at that level, you got obviously great coaching all the way up. But what are the things that coaches are maybe helping you understand in terms of when you do have to sit and watch? When you do have to sit and watch, what are they telling you to keep your excitement level and your belief in yourself? I mean, how much is a coach play into that once you're a professional? Because I got to think a coach has got to do that no matter what level it is.
Yeah, I mean it's their job to always kind of be feeding into everybody, giving everyone life. So, even if you're not playing, you'll see Joe, or you'll hear him come to you and talk to you in practice, and be like, oh yeah, could you do this? Could you do this? And then give you a couple notes or whatever. So it's always a learning experience. And everybody in the organization is always feeding into you, whether maybe it's the last guy on the bench. Everybody's trying to give you a little bit of knowledge to help you further your career. And developing me so far, and I hope that continues. But it's great to be able to talk to Joe about whatever it is that comes to mind. He's told me before the season, he gave me my scouting report and talked to me about how the NBA players would guard me and stuff like that, and where to be better at. So just building off of that and learning from that and trying to become a better player off of that is definitely important.
Okay. Then the next question is, when you're that guy and you're a veteran guy, are you going to play role of mentor too? Are you remembering this stuff and thinking, okay, it's going to be important for me to properly mentor some younger guys? Or are you going to say, look, guy, you got to eat on your own. I'm here to help you as much as I can. But who's Jordan Walsh in that scenario?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to become the vet for sure. Going to become the vet and be able to try and give my young guys some knowledge. I'll try to be another version of Al Horford, you could say.
Great answer.
Perfect. I know he ends it on a really great note. Jordan, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We really appreciate having you, and thank you for dealing with all of our technical difficulties here. But we always love having you on the show, and so do the Hog fans. They love you. They know you're a forever Hog, so we appreciate you.
All right. Well, thank you guys for inviting me.
Ditto.